What is up, guys? This is Kobe here, and I'm super excited for next week's patch, man, because we just got the Tespia update last night, and let me tell you, I love this update. It's so good. I also want to point out at the time I'm recording this, GMS has currently been under maintenance, under their second maintenance, for over 14 hours. I am deeply sorry for everything that is going on for GMS right now. I was just on Challenge O because I do want to make some heroic Challenge O videos here and there, but not full blown compared to what I want to do on KMS starting next week. But you know, I'll talk about that situation another time. So 5 days ago we had the test world, and we had the showcase 5 days ago, and then it introduced Len, and then it brought Len over to the test world. 5 days later, we have the second test world. It has all the new events, the starter events for Len, Challenge Road, and let me tell you, I have never been so excited to play MapleStory like this in so goddamn long. It's insane. I'm hoping KMS throws it down, but you know, the time I would start would be kind of extended depending on certain measures. But I will be doing a 24-hour stream next Wednesday at 6 p.m. PST, starting around there, which is GMS reset +1, because that is the time KMS is scheduled to come up with the new updates. Now, this time might have to change depending on extensions. You know, people who are looking forward to it, I'll keep y'all updated. Hopefully, nothing changes, we get in and we play the game just right. And you might be wondering, has KMS ever dropped the ball on patches like how GMS currently is right now? They have, but I feel like it is not to this extent. Like, I feel like I have a fairly decent idea that, or I'm fairly confident in that the game will come up on time, if not maybe a couple hours later, but that's perfectly fine. But we're gonna get on Challenge O Season 2, we're gonna play Len, and on Challenge O, we're gonna try to hit 260 on the very first day. We are going crazy. And then the goal for the character as a whole, I've officially decided that I want to get it to 285, and I'm gonna make it a Kalos champion. I should not be making characters into Kalos champions at my main's current spec. However, this is gonna be a really fun time, bro, and that's what it is. Like, I'm trying to throw it down all in, man. It's really, really nice. But I'm here because I want to talk about the current events that they have and just how huge of a step up it is compared to things we've gotten previously, and it's so much better, man. Especially if you play Len and you play on Challenge Road. It's insane. Unfortunately, I will have to announce that a couple of these things will be behind a paywall, up to maybe a total of like 50k in X. But that's how they get you, man. The value of it is just so good, but it's like, dang. But I'll talk about all the things I'll be locked behind the paywall. First things first, we have this new event here. It's called like Twilight Eve or something, I believe. And then if you look at this hourglass here, basically what it shows is additional stats you can gain throughout the week for just other various things. So the first thing here, this is Monster Park EXP plus 10% for the first week. You get like a new stat every single week. And then the second one, I'm not quite sure what this is. I need to look into this and figure this out real quick. Alright, turns out the second thing is just AFK EXP. So you see the EXP that I'm getting here like every 5 seconds. When you have this other skill over here, or this is just plus 100%, the EXP just doubles, basically. And there should be another one later down here where, yeah, it'll triple. So it'll be 3 times the base once you get this upgrade here. And then other things like bosses giving 40% more Sorta, Arcane Grandness dailies give 10% more, I guess, bonus rewards. It doesn't mention EXP or symbols explicitly, but just bonus awards in general, so it might be both. And then over here we have mobs giving 100% more Sorta while you hunt, more Rune EXP plus 50%, more Monster Park EXP, Treasure Hunter. This is on top of like the Temp stats that we already have as well too, that you can level up, that are down here. So like we have that on top of this, so it's just like, bro, you have up to like 70% extra Monster Park EXP. But then, of course, yeah, like I said, the Treasure Hunter, that's the new thing while you hunt that replaces portals, where Polo, Frito, or Especia show up, and they spawn a box on your map, and you hit the box, and then it drops a jewel, which gives a ton of EXP. That's like the new thing. There's no more going into bounty hunter portals anymore, and that way you don't have to lose, like, you know, risk losing your map. You know, more boss damage, Like I said, AFK EXP, more Arcane River and Grandest awards, and then the last award here is plus 100% Epic Dungeon base EXP, which is really, really nice. And then if you look at this left column here, you can get like 10 of these like stones per week. For each stone we get, it goes towards coins for the event shop. So we get up to 4,000 coins per week. It's just like nothing really new in the event shop. It's your regular basic standard shop, very similar to the one GMS has right now. And then on top of that, there's also rewards that you get for every 2 weeks that you cap out. So like, yeah, 10 stones a week. Every 20 stones you get rewards such as 250 pot for 20 stones, a fairy heart, you don't have to buy it this time, for 40 stones, 2,000 advance tickets for 60, 10 black cubes for 80, 10 white cubes for 100, and a transcendent potion at 120. This, I believe, is a 13-week event, so all the events, you know, go over the span of like 12 weeks. Next up, we have the attendance check. You check in 5 days a week for 12 weeks in a row, and you just press the button. No killing 1k mobs or anything like that. So you get 1 row of events every week, and then when you get to the special tab, you get both of these items when you check in on the same day. So for example, on day 21, you check in, you get both the symbols and the 20 VIP boosters. 22, you get the flames and the nodes, and then, you know, 23, both of these VIP Sonic tickets, and then you just, you know, both of these back to back. And then down here, towards, you know, the later half of the events, there's even more bigger rewards like a hyper burn booster, or, you know, just even more EXP tickets and all that stuff. But it is a massive check-in, like I said, spans over the course of 12 weeks. Everything in this event spans over 12 weeks, with 1 week of leeway, like events in this game have usually had. Next up, we have the boss coin shop, similar to what GMS has right now, their event, where you kill a certain boss and you get up to 2,000 regular coins and 50 advanced coins, and it just has the exact same items, basically. Nothing else more to it. And then over here, a couple more things. We have Len's starter event, or just, there's 2 different Len events playing the class. So every week, you go in, and you will be able to check in and get things like 3x, VIP booster, and VIP sauna. After you kill 10,000 mobs, you'll be able to claim the 3x's. You get 5 3x's, you get 10 VIP boosters, and 2 VIP sauna coupons, which is 1 hour of VIP sauna. And also, every 2,000 mobs, you can click this button here to check in and use coupons to enter a raffle. Each ticket you get enters you in a raffle for a chance to win the Len PC or the Len figurine that was shown in the showcase. There's also even more separate rewards, like just making the character, and you get a 30-day vac pet. 30-day Rock Spirit Ice Cream vac pet. You get all your inventory slots maxed out. You get permanent transparent set for the accessories. There's face, eye, earring, and glove. Next award, you know, 5th job, 235. You just get arcane symbols. Kill Seavel for a unique emblem. Hit 250 for event ring, legendary event ring scroll, and 100 event ring cubes. Reach 6 job for 3 sorta and an outfit. Kill Easy Lucid for a U-pot and an epic V-pot. Kill Hard Lotus for a transcendent potion, and then reach 270 for a cosmetic medal. And then the other Len event we have is just making the character. You get a free pet of Saya, which is like her snake friend. And then you get a damage skin at 5th job. At 235, you get a chair, as well as a nameplate and a chat label ring. At killing Seavel, you get a permanent title with Yeti Pink Bean stats that you can transfer to any character. So choose wisely on what character you want this on, as well as a mount. At 250, you get an effect, and then at 6th job, you get the Len display on your character profile. There's also like these boxes that contain a lot of house furniture as well too. This is what the Len profile looks like. And then up there we also have all of the Len specific house furniture as well too. And then there's also 2 hunting events, one of which is just an EXP skill, which you could proc 15 times a day. And this one gives really good EXP because it always takes like the rune EXP and like factors that in for every proc, so you don't have to like min-max on rune every time. And then this one over here, these are 2 items that essentially act as boosters. And one of them is like a super booster of sorts. And I don't even know how much EXP that gives, but apparently that's going to be like a ton of EXP that you can use like 1 time a day. While the regular ones you can use 10 times a day. And of course these drop from training, you know, killing mobs. The rates are probably going to be, you know, as low as some of the VIP booster rates have been though. And that's about it. And then next up, Challengers World Season 2. Absolutely insane stuff. This is where kind of like the paid stuff comes in. For like the Challenger Pass and everything. But this is like the main Challengers World UI. So it's roughly the same. But the level missions are now 260. They skip 265, but they go all the way up to 285 now. And they also added in Black Mage, Seren, normal and hard, Kalos, easy and normal, and easy calling. And you have to solo all of these bosses to clear the missions. That is why at the beginning of the video I said I'm going for 285, and I'm soloing normal Kalos, making it a champion normal Kalos character. Because that's just how it goes. And then there are more challenge tiers. They've added Platinum and Master. You can also hover over the tiers to see the base stat increase, because you will get higher base stats starting at 10,000 from the challenge world passive as well too. The challenge coin shop is more or less the same, with some additions like VIP buffs, and for reg server there's pet scrolls and premium scrolls, B-pot stamps, all that stuff. And then there's a special tab which gives you Abyss Flames, Soul Urda, and then black and white cubes. So of course you cannot get these like special challenge world coins unless you solo Black Mage and above. The rewards are a bit better this time around. Really the main thing though is that you get 300 more frags and 5 more Soul Urda compared to before in the box. And you also get the level 4 ring much earlier at 10k instead of 15k. There is a new challenge world temp stat feature called the Barrier Core. So basically every day they will let you open 3 new barrier cores up to a max. You can hold up to 20 opens, basically. If you have 20 opens and a new day comes by, you do not get any additional free opens. You need to open these immediately. And you will pull cores in their tiers arranged between normal, rare, epic, unique, and legendary. And the probability of pulling like the higher level cores will increase as you increase your challenge rank. So at the basic challenge rank, it's really common to pull normals and rares, or anything beyond rare is like really hard to get. But then as you progress to like Master Plus, which is at like 60k on this ranking here, it will you will only pull epics or higher, with like a 1% chance to get a legendary one. At the very start, you have a 0.007% chance to hit legendary. So if you want any hope of seeing a legendary core, you need to get your challenge world rank up. And the stats they give are pretty much your main stat, your sub stat, attack, and stat percent, your main stat percent. It doesn't say how much you can get exactly, but if you look at like the picture that was shown during the showcase, it kind of gives you an idea of what to expect from a legendary barrier core. We also have the Challengers Pass. There are free rewards and there are paid rewards. So the paid rewards are behind a 20k Maple Point paywall, but if you pay for the Challengers Pass, you get a passive of plus 200% normal monster damage and 20% EXP. And you get all these crazy ass awards down here. So at the top, they give you things like, you know, up to 250 nodes, up to 45 fragments, 2,000 advanced EXP tickets, some VIP boosters. That's nice and all. But if we go all the way down here, they start you off with a ton of symbols. You get up to 800 nodes, like 200 plus fragment. There's 400 fragments in this pass. There's several hours of VIP boosters, black and white cubes, 50 EXP nodes, like literally all the events in total, if you count all the events in this patch playing in Challenge World, or all the rewards, you know, for nodes, there are over 2,400 nodes, roughly 140 EXP nodes. That's gotta be enough to max out your matrix at that point. There are over 1,000 fragments. I didn't even count the EXP tickets, but like the base here gives 2,000, and then if you get the pass, you get 5, 1,000, 1,500. That's another 2,000 advanced EXP tickets right there. So it's just like, yo, if you get this pass, they really feed you on Challenger with this. It's crazy. And then like you have to get like a certain amount of points to level up. I think it's 480 per level, but I'm not quite sure just yet. But you get points by doing weekly missions such as completing symbol dailies, doing Monster Park runs, Monster Park Extreme for the week, Epic Dungeon, weekly bosses, and killing up to 30k mobs per week. It's a system that looks very similar to the weekly feature we had during like Maple Live, if you remember those days. But also, one of the main reasons why I be playing Challenge World is the money that I make from boss drops. And in particular, this is going to be insane because the whales are going to be out looking and fiending for some drops so they can participate in being one of the top 10 Lens on Challenge World to defeat Normal Seren solo. If they manage to do Normal Seren solo, then they will get a title to show off that they did it, as well as 5 million Maple points. I am not going to be a top 10 Len to solo Normal Seren. There is absolutely no shot that that's happening. But for those who are participating, I gotta get drops and I gotta milk them. That's the game. And of course, the other pay thing, the Genesis Pass. You guys have pretty much already mostly seen this before. So with this, on top of the Challenge Pass, which I will be buying on the first day, that's a total of 50k in X. Be like that sometimes. And with it, you get 3 times the traces from doing your Black Mage missions. You can liberate with 6 people, up to 6 people instead of 2. I'm not sure how the FD reduction on that is going to be. You also get a buff anytime you fight Black Mage commanders before you liberate. I'm pretty sure this is just a passive buff that you get for any boss you fight until you liberate. It probably goes away after you liberate, but I'm not too sure. So that includes, you know, Lotus, Damien, Lucid, Will, Sea Titties, and Black Mage. So nothing like Slime or any of the grandest bosses. This buff does not appear for those. And then you get a soul. You can pick which commander you want, like Magnus, Lotus, Damien, Lucid, Will, Darknell, and Hilla. You can pick whichever one you want, and it's guaranteed 3% attack. Which also, luckily, starting for this patch for item burning, they changed Lotus, Slime, and Lucid to work in practice mode. So I don't have to tank clearing normal Lotus on week 1, because I'm not trying to clear normal Lotus on week 1, man, but thankfully, it just has to be practice mode, so we're good. And that's all there is to cover that I want to cover for now. Mainly just the event stuff. There's, you know, some content changes here and there, like some boss changes. They changed up Len a bit, they buffed her a bit, but unfortunately, she still is like a bottom 3 class in terms of her overall DPM output, which is honestly insane to even say, but like, that's just how it is right now. But KMS classes within the middle of the pack are so well balanced that you can give this class like 5 FD and then she becomes average. If you give her 10 FD, she's slightly above average. So it's like she needs buffs still, even after part 2, after part 1 was kind of meh about it, but then like she only really needs like 5 to 10 FD to be good, and that's it. For GMS balance and attack speed, I do not know how that is going to work for y'all. I apologize. But yo, I really love this update. I cannot wait to play it live next week. It is going to be so much fun. And then Assemble doesn't even stop there. We still have Ascent skills to look forward to in July, and then the first adversary to look forward to in August, which are 2 pieces of content that basically everybody at every single stage of the game can be happy to look forward to, because like the boss is only 270 and you really don't need to go too far in the game to be strong enough to fight it on easy mode. And then Ascent skills is something that everybody should be able to get the resources for, starting from 260 at 6 job. So this patch is not just like full-on in-game content only, you know, like some of the patches were with like you releasing Limbo and Baldrix and all that stuff. So it's so good. Like, the fact that I'm this excited for part 1 and it doesn't stop there, I can't wait to y'all experience the same feeling in GMS probably in like November, because it's gonna be so nice. As long as they don't mess up the patch like they did this one. But we'll see. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.